Yeah. The main usage of a functional interface is to reduce the code. And you can directly, by using the hyphen operator as well as the greater than symbol, you can directly access it like this. So what is a functional interface in Java? That contains only single abstract, and you have to remember this one. This functional interface is having a single abstract. Just remember this one though. Single abstract in the sense, abstract method in the sense, if it is like, if you want to access in this way, the particular what you are going to implement, what you are going to call as a functional interface, it should have only a abstract method which is a single, so which is unimplementable over there, and we are going to implement as our own. What is a point, what we require on that point of view, we are going to access an interface. Okay, so first of all, let me share you that the functional interface can contain a default and a static methods which do not have any implementation. So we know that default method as well as the static method doesn't have static methods and default methods have implementation, but the abstract method doesn't have. So that along with that, we are having a single unimplemented method. If we are using this, then good, it's your own wish. And along that, it is essential to have only a single abstract method which is not implemented inside an interface. Then only the functional interface is possible. So instead of, for that scenario, we are using to that at functional, there is an annotation called at functional interface. Again, I'm telling you, there is a keyword or an annotation. We'll call it as an annotation. We'll call it as @ if there is any @ symbol before the keyword or before the word, we'll call it as an annotation. So remember that one. So many annotations are available inside Java. But in this situation, we are going to discuss about at functional interface, which we call it as an annotation. And that represents that the interface consisting of only a single abstract method, which is not implementable. Okay. And we all know that there is an hyphen and a greater than symbol. Okay. Where is that? So yesterday itself, we discussed about that thread, right? Thread inside, we are having one more an object called, where is that one? Let me show you. Yeah. So this is the first one. This one. Third unit. Yeah. So here I have created a functional interface. Let me delete this so that I will type this one, which is easy for you to understand. So I created, this is how you are going to access. This is the example of how you are going to access, how you are going to show the example of a functional interface. Now I'm declaring an interface, which we starts with a keyword in interface. The name of the test class, the name of the interface is functional interface. Yeah, I will mention like this, functional int. It's okay. So this is the declaration of an interface. And in this, what we read over there, it should have only one abstract method, along with the static and default method. So now we are in this context, we are discussing about only an abstract method. How you are going to declare that? There is no need to mention any abstract keyword over here. What we read, so because the interface consisting of that doesn't have any implementation, by default it is an abstract method. So that void test, this is an abstract method I declared inside an interface. So there is no implementation. What is the main usage of a functional interface is like, it have only one abstract method. No other abstract methods are available. If it consisting of only one abstract method, then functional interface is possible. Okay. And along with that, we have a static. void sun. Yeah, I'll take it as a sun. This is a static method inside an interface, and just I'm recalling it. That's it. I'm just explaining it again. That's it. So void moon. Yeah, I'm take it as a moon. Sorry. Okay. So this is a default method. Along with a static and a default method, that we have only one. Why I'm repeating this. If you want to show whether this is a functional interface, it should have only abstract method which is not implemented along with the static as well as a default method. Okay, and now here we are going to implement that. So previous examples inside another class, we just took class name. Yep, functional class. Yeah, I'll take it as a. So inside this, just I'm going to implement like this. I'm going to call this interface using the keyword implements and then function int. So by using it, we are going to implement over here. Only I'm going to use this one right now. So this is what we discussed previously, but in the sense of a functional interfaces, for examination point of view or for the representation point of view, we are going to implement this inside a main method. Inside main, I'm going to discuss this. Please remember what I'm saying. Please concentrate over here. So here, how you are going to access this interface? So it is something we have to mention the name. Int. Okay, for that I'm going to take a new one. Sorry, the name of the functional interface as a function int. Why it is showing error? I'll check it out. Wait a second. The C, right? Yeah. So now see this one. By using a keyword, what it is saying, function int implementation, it is expecting. Again, I'm telling you, it is expecting functional int. When I click on that, so it has been started. So from here onwards, the brace has been started. It should ends with a semicolon over here. Okay, ends with a semicolon. So from here onwards, it's a statement, right? From here to here, it's a statement. The creation of a class like this, if it is like there is any class, so I'm showing you the difference again and again. Function interface. I'll take it as a function interface. Okay. So this is the class. When you are going to just create an object for this class, what will you? Fi, then space fi is equals to new fi of. So this is what to create an object for the class. So inside this, we are implementing this abstract method. Inside this, we are implementing the abstract method because this is a interface. It is asking for the implementation that has been implemented over here. Okay, remember this one, don't forget this. And this is how we create an object for the general class. This is general class. This is for the interfaces. Okay, now we got this. And you remember this one, simply I'm just doing for the information point of view, just print the out.println. Sorry, this is a functional interface. Okay, so now I'm going to run this program for the checking of you. Yeah, why it is not showing? Just you have to remember this one thing. So we created an object. If you want to access the particular method, what we discussed in the previous class, we by use this as a reference, then only this will be called. Instead of that, it is not possible. Then if you want to call that function dot moon, sorry, moon, right? No, test. So instead of this is general implementation only. Like this is just an implementation. We didn't call anything. If you want to call this method, that it is essential by the reference of an interface, then we are going to call this one. That's it. Let me run this program. See this one, it has been done. So what we got on output. So this is what we know. Till date we discussed this already, how to access a method inside an interface by creating the object reference, or else by implementing over here and by using this as a casting. This is also possible. So remember this one, that doesn't matter for you. So here the functional interface is telling about why you are doing all this stuff. Just instead of this, why can't you go for a hyphen and a greater than symbol to reduce the code? So that's why this is not highlighted. So this is what, just place over here and enter. So simply by using the braces, why this braces, what is this braces? Let me undo this, and again I'm telling you. So here, this is a method. That's why it is showing like this brace, and inside that only this println statement is showing. Again, I'm telling you, thinking like this is a method. So for your information point of view, what they designed this. This is also available in Java 8 only, not 7. So this is a method, and inside a method, I'm having the println statement. This is enough. This is what we are discussing about the functional interfaces. Okay, there are some keywords, some specific functional interfaces are available inside Java. We'll discuss 3 only. Yeah, we're going to discuss only 3. Okay, let me run this program. See, so this is how we are going to use a functional interface to reduce some code. Okay. Okay, the keywords, let me go for a keywords. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to take, yeah, wait a second. I will show you over here, first of all. Yeah. So the functional interfaces, what is the functional interfaces? If you want to tell the particular interface consisting of only one abstract method, it is required to mention this. You may require, it is not a must thing. Just we are going to generalizing that this interface consisting of only one abstract method. What is this functional interface annotation? So this is a keyword. Don't you forget this. This is the name of, we'll call all this as an annotation. And this is the @ symbol. So why we are using @ symbol? We came to know that this is an annotation by using @ symbol. Okay. Over there we are having @ override. So the similar thing, not null. So many annotations are there inside a Java. So according to our usage point of view, to avoid warnings, just we are representing the annotations. What is the use of an annotation? For the representation purpose, to avoid warnings. Warning in the sense, maybe in the future you will get an error. Maybe in the future you will get an error. That's why before we are taking precautions, like by using an annotation, we are representing the annotation because of, for the precautions, for the initial take care about the program. Okay. So it is used to ensure that the functional interface cannot have more than one abstract method. Okay. If we represent this, whether if it is having more than one abstract method, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It may be not highlighted. Let me show you that one. What is this, or what happens? Our interface contains more than one implement methods. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. That is what I'm telling you. It is not possible. I'm sure I will show you that example also. That is what I'm telling you. So this is what I'm telling you. The functional interface @ symbol. I'm going to show you that example also. Let me show you that one. So here, what I'm going to mention here, what we discussed about the annotation @ functional interface. Just I mentioned it as a functional interface. So this one has been highlighted. I'm going to take one more. Test to abstract method. See this one, what did happen? Multiple non-overridden abstract method found in the interface. So that's why it is asking like, mention only a functional interface. It is not allowed. Multiple functional along with the static and default, that doesn't matter for the compiler. But it is essential to mention a functional interface before the interface if you are going to access a functional interface. This is what I'm telling you. If you mention over here, it throws an error. That's why it is essential to mention like, so what is the main concept of a functional interface? That it consisting of only one abstract method. So what you got, the question was a correct. What you got, the question was a correct. So if you want to mention, so if you like, see this one, if I'm going to remove this, so again, it is showing an error. See this one. Multiple non-overriding abstract methods found in interface. So which is not possible. So here, if I want to go this, let me, okay. Copy this one, I'm showing you. If I didn't mention anything like annotation over here, this is what will happen. Now you can implement over here it by using new functional interface inside this. I'm going to paste over here. So it is asking for this one also. So now I'm going to copy this one. See this one, what it will happen. So I will explain. Wait a second. Functional interface method 2. So I'm going to access functional interface dot test test 2. Okay. So here I mentioned like this. So we won't call this as a functional interface. Sorry, we won't call this as what was saying, functional interface. Why? Because there is no hyphen. It is not highlighted, like it is not asking anything over here, like a hyphen and greater than symbol. So which is not possible. And I'm just telling the interface like make it as a functional interface. How we are going to make it as a functional interface? By using annotation symbol. So now we came to note that compile is saying that, man, you are using functional interface. Then why you used another abstract method inside a functional interface, which is not allowed. Okay, remember this one. So multiple non-written abstract methods are found in a functional interface. That's why please make sure that remove that one. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that. So that's why I'm going to remove this. So now see this one, which is good and it is working fine. It has been done. So please remember this one. The functional interface is also very important. In some conditions, some people will do like they won't write this one. So they won't, by not writing this, they will say that this is a functional interface. No, you have to mention, if this is a functional interface, you have to mention this annotation. That's why the annotations are very important. Okay, and you are going to represent before errors. This is a precaution. Think like this is a precaution. Like what we say for the, no, actually I forgot that proverb. Never mind. So this is the precaution we are taking. So to avoid warnings or errors, we are going to mention like consider this interface as a functional interface, and we mention only one abstract method inside of function. So okay, I think you got a good idea about this. Okay, then, and we are going to discuss about. So I thought of recalling everything inside a second unit. Yeah, in the Monday's class we'll recall everything. That doesn't matter because time is running out. So there are almost all 6, I think, but these are the main things we are going to discuss. The built-in functional interfaces available inside Java. So which is a predicate. So, and remember one thing, if you are going to say this as a functional interface, each and every interface, this is one interface, this is second, this is a third. Each and every interface consisting of only one abstract method, and default and static methods are also available. That doesn't matter for the compiler, but only one abstract method is available. Predicate consisting of one abstract method and binary operator consisting of one abstract method. The function interface consisting of one abstract method. These are a predefined functional interfaces built by Java. Okay, remember this one. Okay, don't forget this. And one more thing I want to tell. What is a predicate? So what is a predicate? The predicate is nothing but a predefined functional interface available in Java. What it is going to do? It is having a method test. This is the test method inside a predicate. So I'm going to show you what is the use of this. So in some conditions we are going to use that. Just we'll go for the example so that you will get a clear idea about it. Only the predicate consisting of a test method which gives us a boolean. In some conditions we have to check. In some conditions we have to check whether this condition is particularly doing well or not. In that situations, we are going to use a predicate. So we'll give you the example so that you will understand. So now the boundary, yeah, we'll go for this and then we'll discuss about these two things. First of all, do I need to create over here? No, I will take one more thing so that it is easy for to understand. Okay, predicate functional interface. Yeah, it is good. So I'm going to create an interface as usual. It starts with the keyword and interface and the name. Every time I'm searching for the name. Predicate functional interface. Yeah, I will take it as this. Yeah, this is good. So I mentioned the name of an interface is this one. Okay, this is a class which consisting of a main method, public static void main. One second. Yeah, there is an issue with my PC. 1 second, I will be back. Just 1 minute. 1 minute, I will be back. Yeah, sorry for the delay. Okay. So what are we discussing right now? Yeah, we are discussing about the functional interface about the predicate. Okay. So this is the main class that consisting of ARGS. So here we created an interface. So this is our interface. This is a predefined interface. Now we are going to discuss about. So yeah, before that, what we said, the comment should be like, again, how many comments are there inside a Java? There are 3 type comments. One is a single comment, multi-line comment, and the descriptive comment. So here, before the main class, what we have to do, the descriptive comment. So this is all about the predefined functional interface. Okay, which is you are going to predicate. Okay, so this is all about, this is a descriptive comment. Please remember all these things. That's why I'm repeating every time. All about predefined functional interface predicate. We are going to discuss about the predicate, which is a keyword available inside a Java. So you should not mention the class name as a predicate. You mention the predicate over here. will throw error. Okay, don't you mention like that. Okay. So keywords are not allowed as a name of the class or a variables. Okay. So now inside this, for our information point of view, yep. Yeah, we'll take an array. Inside an array, how you are going to declare an array? Int, not I'm going to take int, I will take a string. String s is equals to, how you are going to declare that? You already know that there should be a braces, which we call it as a single dimensional, then sun, it should be inside a double quotes. If it is like a car, then we are going to take in single quotes. Just you know all this, right? We should make this inside a single quote and there should be only a small letter. It should be inside a single quote. You know about a car, the data type. Okay, it is what we are doing. Okay, this is what we are doing. Because now we are going to strings, right? So make it as a capital letter. Okay, sun, space, moon, comma, and there should be, sorry, I'm taking at least 3 stars. Yeah, this one. So this is a declaration of an array with the values, the string of arrays consisting of 3 values, which is a 0 and 1 and 2. Okay, and now we are going to take a predicate over here, which is a predefined. There is no need to write over here. This is a user defined interface. What we discussed right now, just for our information point of view, I just mentioned over here. Just there is a keyword, a predicate, the functional interface available inside a Java. So predicate, then the name of it is like we are passing the string values inside this. It is allowing a string values because we are going to get only the string values, right? So that's why I'm mentioning it. So P, the name of it as a predicate, and is equals to the name of the predicate I mentioned over here. Just I will explain this. Wait a second. And then new predicate of, see this one. So the previous thing what we discussed about an interface, when I declared a particular name as an interface, there should be an implementation. So what we discussed, only the predefined predicate functional interface consisting of only one method. That's why these predicate and a Boolean operator, sorry, binary operator, some more thing is there. Where was that? So, okay, all these functional interfaces are consisting of only one abstract method. Okay, please remember this one, only one abstract method. Then only it is possible. Okay, here inside this, what I'm going to tell you, just will take a, yeah. So what is the main thing what I'm going to do right now? What is the use of a test? So what is, how you are going to use a predicate? So inside this, will take in condition. Yeah, here s dot starts with yes. Yeah, we'll take it as, yeah. So here, what I'm going to tell you, the array consisting of, this is the array. I'm passing the array values to test method. And I'm asking it, if there is any value starts with a capital S, please send them. Again, I'm telling you, if there is any values starts with a capital S, please send them, because we are only having a Boolean method inside a predicate. So that then I'm going to reduce the code by using functional. See this one, how it is done. This is done like this by using hyphen and a greater than symbol. So the predicate consisting of only abstract method, only one abstract method. And what I did, so I mentioned like the array consisting of a static, excuse me. So this is what we are doing. Now I'm writing the condition like, so for each loop, for each, so I just installed Codota. This is the plugin available inside our tool. So which gives you predictions more. That's why when I clicking on that, so many things are getting on this. I'm going to install that one. So never mind. So now I'm going to, how you're going to access an array variables by using a string. Here I'm going to get a reference. So I created a variable and I'm going to mention s. I will take it as a name. So names, yeah. Sorry. Inside this, I'm going to write a condition like, okay, x dot starts with s. Enter. Okay. So inside of for each loop, I'm going to write a program. So just I'm displaying our information point of view. There is no need to worry. So here, this is an x. I'm writing the condition x over here. This is what we checking inside this array. I'm not going to access this one. If you want to access this for the information point of view, just I'm taking this as a reference only in the point of this. So let me run the 1 second. System dot out dot time is running out. Okay. Control A. Yeah, okay. What we have to print? I'm going to print X over here. Okay. See this one. I didn't consider this. I'm going to consider this. I'm going to tell you about this later. Just I'm checking whether it is printing correctly or not. That's it. See this one. So this array consisting of a sun, moon, and stars, but it starts with a capital letter. What we wrote the condition over here. This is the reference variable in the for each loop, and just I assigned the value. I just assigned the array of strings to this. Only a single value will be considered over here. Already explained it to you. And here it starts with the capital S. Only sun and stars are starts with the capital S. That's why it has been printed. So this is what about only arrays. Now I'm going to take about the predicate, how you are going to use that. So that's why I'm just taking care of P over here. 1 second. And inside this, I need to pass all these values as a names. T, why it is showing error? It should not, sorry, predicate, right? Predicate should not show any error. Did I miss anything? Did I mention anything error over here? One second, I will check it out. Let me declare it again so that if there is an error, we will find it out. New predicate of return test. And, okay, let me declare this. Actually, I didn't wrote it properly. That is the main thing. Name dot starts with capital S. That is the problem, I think. It should have thrown the error, but here it is not accepting this. Predicate is like a string. Then why it is showing error? Same thing what I mentioned, that was correct. And it is not recognizing as a string. Yeah, I will tell you about this later. So in the sense of arrays, I want to check this. I already checked this, but it's throwing an error. It's okay. It's time already done. Yeah, I'm having one more example over here. Just I'm copying and pasting over here. Wait a second. Yes, I will complete this and I will conclude one. Oh, so every time I'm facing issues. Some stars. I'm checking in a notepad. Wait a second. Just 2 minutes. Stars. Just I'm pasting it over here. Wait a second. Yeah. So in this condition, it is working. I'm going to take the array values also later. I will check it out. So in this scenario, just it is printing back. So here I just considered this as a P, and actually the name should be considered. So in this condition, it is working fine. P dot test. Oh man, yeah. Even I I forgot that. I didn't call this test method inside a predicate. Someone should mention that. It's okay. It's okay. Now I took this one. Arrays also, arrays will work. Let me show you that. Control Z. So here it should not be a starting, it should be a test. So no one mentioned that, right? So only the predicate consisting of only single method. So that's why it is showing error. There's no need to bother about that. Okay. Even I forgot that. Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Why it is showing everything? It should not be like this. It should be like a predicate. Ah, what is going on, man? Should be X. Even here I mentioned a wrong this code. Let me take this one. Just I will copy this and run this program. Tomorrow I will explain in detail. Okay. Cut and paste over here. If I work like this, I will lose my time a lot. It's okay. Okay, so this one, it will run right now. That doesn't matter. Just you have to use a functional interface. That's the main thing. Again, it is not showing. It's okay. Just quit this one. Tomorrow I will explain this one later. Okay. Just the main concept of the functional interface is like it consisting of a predefined predicate, which consisting of only one abstract method, which we call it as a test. What it will show that it is showing about a true or a false. This is the main concept of the predicate. Okay. Tomorrow I will run this program for sure, because without running this, how could we do this? We won't go for the other program. Okay. And you may leave the class. Thank you. Actually, in 12:30 you are having class, right? Yeah, you may leave the class.